just talking to him. I closed him for $500 a month this morning, and doing the same thing like you were saying, man. Just not even like the first lead I sent him was like a $15,000 job.
Wow.
And so
I know Jarret just comes in. Say what's up.
I got something.
You got something?
Yeah, I got something.
What do you got?
So first off, the lumber market, if you wanted to know, I'm doing plans right now, is in the last month it's gone down 78%. So that's going down.
That's good. That's helpful to know.
Yeah. But I closed a landscaper, just like you said, man. I've been sending him leads and just talking to him. I closed him for $500 a month this morning, and doing the same thing like you were saying, man. Just not even like the first lead I sent him was like a $15,000 job.
Wow.
And so the first thing he wanted to know was like, hey, how much does this cost him? And I said, man, let's just, I was completely honest with him. I told him, look, I'm just now building out the project. It's not even anywhere really where I want it to be. So just take that lead, go ahead and run with it, take that job. And I think I sent him 2 or 3 more that he closed. And so, man, I jumped on the phone with him, and it was just such an easy close because, I didn't ask for any of that money. I could have gotten greedy. And so just kind of wanted to reiterate what you were saying, supplying that stuff, and like in the last 2 months, I've closed 4 lead gens. So, I increased my profit by like $12,000 a year. But doing just like you said, that results in advance and not trying to rush the process, And so I wanted to encourage everybody.
It's a big deal because so few people will do it. So it's a total pattern interrupt to what people are used to. People are used to getting called by, being on the other line of this. I'm sure you've been too. You get called for whatever it might be, radio, television, billboards. It's a pitch, or try to set an appointment, and it's right to a close. There's no relationship building. There's no really like, hey, I'm looking out for you, man. Like, you're the business owner. I know this is a big step. So what I want to do to prove to you I ain't like any other chump you've ever met. And I'm gonna go ahead and do some things up front for you and show you that I'm a different animal and I'm a guy you're gonna want to remember. And that mentality is the polar opposite to basically every marketer, advertising company out there. They're out there to get their business today. If you say no, they're on to the next person. Or they're saying things like, hey, we're only going to work with one, which is fine. I get that. You got to have some scares, whatever. We're only going to work with one. So if you don't say yes, I now, I'm going to go to the next one. But it's like, why? Let's not squander the relationship or the potential relationship just because you're going to go to the next one. You go to the next one anyway. That's not, some people are motivated by like, hey, the other guy in town or girl in town is going to get these leads. But I tell you what, that technique or tactic is, it's higher fear-based, not as much relationship-based. And I think in the long run, no reason to burn a bridge if you don't have to. If you can keep them on the hook, just do some basic things, some cool stuff. I mean, we got such a great group to be able to go out there and help. If they ever got nailed by a review, we could probably help them out and cover some stuff up, or, put a couple link circles out there for them, drop, whatever. Like, it's a much better long play, especially when you're talking small business, because small business is usually a very small people and they talk and they know each other. And so you don't want to crush your own market by being too overly aggressive. But at the same token, if you don't have a strategy that in those instances when they say yay or nay, if you don't have a strategy to come back again and keep at it, it can become a discouraging game, and I know we all got to make money, but if you're consistent in your 90 days from now, we're having this conversation. If everyone listening is just does what I say on a weekly basis, just pick up 2 new clients, whether they pay you or not. And just that's what you're going to do every month. There's not one person in here that I think is going to be in a bad situation monetarily after 90 days of doing that action, because the reciprocation, whether it's in trade, whether it's in dollars, whether it's in referrals, you can get you can derive the currency that's necessary from that relationship if you're willing to put a little extra umph in because no one else is. So
Well, I
it's
think
good advice.
it's a snowball effect. I think like the B&I groups just self out there. Even if somebody says no, like I had somebody call me today with a photographer and introduce me on like a group text. And so I got a phone call later on today, and I'm not even working with this one person, but she knows what I do. And she says, hey, this guy, Jarret, can help you get where you need to go. And so it's the same thing. You know, all of a sudden you start getting referrals with people you're not in business with. And then you closing deals. Same thing with Patrick's CRM. Like you use that and you know, I got a deal on that. Just showing the map pack and showing them, hey, this is what we can do compared to anybody else. And you close it.